how this idiot YouTuber ended up in Cambodian prison. Say hi to YouTube, guys.
Well, I think it's safe to say by now that being an influencer is probably one of the toughest jobs on planet
Yes,
Earth.
This is
mostly
hard.
because throughout your very rewarding career, you'll be asked very tough questions. Should I do pull-ups on a holy site in Japan?
Oh, God.
God, I just can't imagine the struggle of her having to answer that question before posting it to her.
This is just so fucking dumb. Honestly, I get really annoyed when I see these like Western influencers doing like really stupid shit in other countries, and because it kind of ruin the image for the whole, like, for every single other foreigner. They actually ruin the image of literally everyone else. Like Johnny Somali, for example. You know, that guy that is like in really big trouble for the shit that he did in Japan and Korea. He fucking destroyed the image that like streamers have, like IRL streamers have in those countries. You know, Nako, you are a Western influencer? No, yeah, I am. But like, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do pull-ups in a fucking Tori gate, you know? I'm not that stupid. I'm not that fucking dumb. We don't claim that, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, people like this just completely ruin the image of everybody else.
Dumbass Instagram followers. But that's not even the toughest one. Should I go to Japan, known to be a country full of hospitality and kindness, order food, get on trains, and just not pay the bills?
Oh my God, I've seen this guy as well. He's basically like, okay, he's like very similar to Johnny Somali, but he's a little less extreme, I guess. But he's still such a piece of shit. Like, he's still such a huge piece of shit. Nako, you ain't tall enough to do pull-ups on 30K. Okay, buddy, okay.
Seriously,
okay,
these influencers have it really tough.
Nako can't
and
do
more
pull-ups.
recently, you had this happen to
Yeah! Look at this fucking bitch! See? I was talking about his ass.
Johnny Somali. He had to go to South Korea and ask himself a very simple question. Should I twerk in front of a monument made to commemorate one of the most oppressed people during World War II?
Yeah,
Not only are people getting so tired of these dumbass influencers and their antics, but they're also very tired of countries not taking those things seriously. Johnny, for example, committed crimes in Japan but never faced any jail time. He only got banned from the country, disappointing many.
Honestly, he has some fucking balls, though. Actually, I don't think it can like even be described as him having balls. He's just really, like, painfully stupid. Because I remember seeing videos when he was still in Japan. I remember seeing videos of him getting confronted by literal Yakuza members. The Yakuza confronted this guy. And he did not stop. He did not stop. Honestly, I would love to have like people like Johnny Somali and these other like stupid influencers come to places like Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. Why don't you come to South America, little bro? Go to Saudi Arabia. See if that shit works there. You know? Like if he tried to do the shit that he did in Japan and in Korea, in Brazil, he would get shot in under 5 minutes. I assure you, dude. I actually assure you. Johnny should be locked away forever. Never want to see another headline about this guy. True, actually. Isn't Johnny about to get convicted by Korean government? I'm pretty sure that he did already. I think that he got like 16 years of prison or something. Like, he got a pretty long sentence. I'll pay for plane tickets for him to go to the other Korea. True. True. I think I shouldn't say what I want to happen to these persons. Yeah.
People.
We better not.
The story we're going to be talking about today not only is way worse than anything I've mentioned so far, but it also had massive consequences. It's about how 2 Taiwanese influencers went to Cambodia thinking that as influencers they can do whatever they want, and instead of getting a slap on the wrist, they got the complete opposite. They got sentenced to inhumane conditions, okay? This was so big that it made it onto Taiwanese national news.
Johnny would be eaten in Brazil like a cartoonish scene of piranhas eating something. Actually true, though.
And was talked about all over Asia, but no one really talked about it in the West. Every article, every source of information I found was in Mandarin, okay? Or Cambodian. But regardless, it was massive. So massive, in fact, that even the Prime Minister of Cambodia had something to say about it directly, releasing a statement talking about it. I have never seen something of this scale before.
Imagine being such a piece of shit that the prime minister
The main
of the
influencer
country
at the center of this
talks about
incident goes by the name of Goodnight Chicken, a 31-year-old Taiwanese man. His content mostly
what the fuck is that name?
revolves around him live streaming himself in abandoned or haunted buildings.
Oh, not one of these. Not one of these guys. Oh god.
This is obviously nothing special. Many people do this same type of content and it's very hard to stand out. But in 2020 he had done exactly that, even though he wasn't really planning on it. While live streaming himself in an abandoned hospital, he came across a corpse half hanging from the ceiling and ran away in fear. This actually ended up solving a missing persons case. The police got involved, the government got involved. It turned out that this person had been missing for a long time and he had helped solve this case. This was on national Taiwanese news.
Wild.
He was praised for it and was able to build a following from it. This in turn allowed him to start earning more money and
Logan Paul reference is crazy. Bro, I thought the exact same thing, but I prefer not to say it.
travel outside of Taiwan for content. Like for example here, he's going to Malaysia and he also went to Japan. For 2024 though, he had his sights on Cambodia. Cambodia is a country in Southeast Asia known mostly for its beauty and monuments. But that wasn't why Goodnight Chicken was interested in it. No, it was more grim than that. Around summer 2023, the United Nations published a report estimating that around 100,000 people were trafficked from other Asian countries into Cambodia in order to work against their will in scam call centers, saying that most victims are men from Asia, but some have come from further afield such as Africa and Latin America.
Latin America. Guys, I'm Latin America and I'm scared.
This was the first study of this scale, and it hurt Cambodia's reputation as a touristic hub quite a bit. Around 40% of their total tourists came from China, and those numbers started to dwindle very quickly after that report came out. What didn't help is that the United Nations outlined some of the nationalities involved, and a lot of the victims actually came from Taiwan. This right here is an image of a rumored scam call center compound, where obviously—
Jesus Christ, this looks like a fucking maximum security fucking prison. What the fuck? 4 layers of barbed wire? Is 1 not enough? You needed 4? God damn! That looks like a bit overkill, no? Nako, stay safe out there. Remember, Nako, stranger danger. Don't worry, guys. I never go outside, okay? If somebody wants to kidnap me, they will literally have to break into my house because I do not leave this place. Oh, Mujin, I love that guy. Yeah, I really like his videos as well. I was excited when I saw this one yesterday on my feed.
You cannot escape even if you wanted to. Look at all the barbed wire.
Yeah.
Seeing that this was massive news in Taiwan, Goodnight Chicken saw an opportunity in this. What if I went to Cambodia and documented this, tried to explore these buildings and show everyone what was happening behind these walls in those compounds? There's no way that he thought that was a good idea. Because of this, he specifically went to the Prea Sihanouk province, more specifically its capital, Sihanoukville. To many, this is where you could find some of the prettiest beaches in Cambodia, and to others, this is where you could find a lot of the scam call centers that lured people in and trapped them. Goodnight Chicken was betting everything on this. After landing in Cambodia on February 12th, 2024, Goodnight Chicken started up his livestream as he usually does. This time though, he was whispering, claiming to be in one of those scam call center compounds. Let's watch. But then he was caught.
Oh shit.
He attempted to run away, but you could hear him struggle to leave. There was a person chasing him carrying a flashlight.
This looks fake. This looks very it's fake, isn't it?
Some viewers zoomed in, tried to up the brightness to see who that person is, and they detected a military uniform.
What? Okay, hold on. No, wait, why the fuck would a military person
then you could hear him struggle at the end, as if he was caught. The live stream ended there. So obviously, you watch something like this and you'll worry. You're thinking, oh, wait a second, was he caught like all these other Taiwanese men that were brought into Cambodia? Are they going to torture him? Are we ever going to hear from him again? Well, they didn't. At least not for the entire evening after this live stream, not until the next day. This time though, it wasn't from him. It was from his friends and his wife sitting in the middle right here. saying that they were very concerned, saying that this has to be solved as soon as possible, that they were very worried.
Nah, that's
and this,
bullshit.
of course, added more fuel to the fire.
The
viewers were also just...
Okay, hold on. Should I do my prediction? Because I'm like 99% sure that I know what's gonna happen. Let me guess, it's all fake, and their government is gonna be pissed off because he was faking it and kind of ruining their reputation. Because obviously he's fine, right? If he got arrested, he's fine. So I'm assuming that it's something like that. He's not fine anymore. Well, he fucked around and he found out, you know, it's his fault.
As worried. Now, of course, there were some skeptics asking, why are you out here live streaming? Why aren't you contacting the consular services, the police, etc.? These skeptics were calmed down when another influencer friend of Goodnight Chicken from Taiwan live streamed himself saying that he would never joke with his own life, doubling down on the idea that this is very serious, that everyone should be worried, that there was no room for being skeptical. Things intensified even more when the governor of the province that Goodnight Chicken was in posted 4 images of him on Facebook saying, if you guys see a person that looks like this, please contact me immediately. Even the police and the government was now on this. I mean, they're already struggling with tourism. They have a high-profile Taiwanese influencer show up to their country, claim they're being kidnapped. Holy shit, man.
Okay, this is escalating really quickly. This is escalating really fucking fast.
Get everyone on this. This was a matter of national reputation now. But as you might have guessed, things got even more intense. The next day, a live stream just starts all of a sudden on Goodnight Chicken's channel, and it's him running. Watch.
拔腿狂奔，还不时回头看他是直播主晚安小鸡，到柬埔寨凯博园区直播，自称遭人袭击后被控制行动。
I understand. Hey yo, Titty. Okay, no, hold on.
As you can see,
the way that his shirt is ripped, this is just so obviously fake. Like, it's actually embarrassing. Oh my god, he flashed us. Ah! Titty! Man, Titty! Help! 100% faked. Yeah, I agree.
See, his clothes are ripped, he showed bruises, his head is half shaven, and the things he claimed are so insane that we can't just skip over them. Here's what he said, translated. He claimed that he was controlled by multiple gunmen throughout the night, was tortured with electric shock batons, and was robbed of $3,000 to $4,000 US.
Jesus.
This was all while he had a record number of viewers. This all started out with some dude sneaking through a building that he shouldn't have been in, to now a national, governmental, and political issue on a global scale, alright? This wasn't just about some country's issues, alright? Taiwan was indirectly involved in this because, I mean, this is one of its high-profile citizens. Cambodia took this very, very seriously. But some of Goodnight Chicken's viewers weren't taking it as seriously anymore. The skeptics resurfaced, and this time, they had proof. Liu Yu, otherwise known as XXXXGay1069 on Twitter.
What the fuck is that username? XXXXGay1069. Hell yeah, bro. What the fuck? Banger handle, what a name-based name. I would trust this guy 100%. I would trust this man with my life. This video has insanely good usernames. It actually does. Holy shit.
Great. Amazing name. Managed to pinpoint exactly where Goodnight Chicken actually was. He concluded that his live stream of himself running was actually in this area right here, which is a very big deal because it was very far away from the rumored compound.
Wait, this is not the same alphabet. Is this still in Cambodia? Or
location,
is it just because
and
the
right
guy
next
is
to
Chinese?
A beautiful, peaceful, and calm resort town on the beach.
Damn,
not
it
really a
looks really
place where you'd
nice, to be
expect
honest.
someone torturing you, shaving half your head, and shocking you. To some people, this was getting very fishy. But regardless,
Bro straight up got rain bolted. Bro got rain bolted. They found him through the triangulation of the sun hitting the grains of rice in his food.
the Cambodian police was on their way, and they were using every resource available to find Goodnight Chicken as soon as possible. As you saw earlier, the governor of the province was involved. The police commissioner is now involved too. This was very, very serious.
Honestly, this guy looks kind of badass though. Look at this uncle. I would trust this uncle with my life. Dude looks so badass. He looks like a movie character. What the fuck? Cambodia and other nations in the area do have a problem with the scam and trap fraud factories. It's sad to see someone faking it for content. It is. I mean, like, these influencers just have no fucking respect for anything. Like, actually, like, what a stupid fucking thing to fake.
It was very, very serious. Shortly afterwards, the police had done it. They had found Goodnight Chicken and his friend that went with him to Cambodia. But instead of the smiling faces that people were expecting, they were met with reality. The two influencers were handcuffed, and the police officers were pissed. Goodnight Chicken and his friend were caught red-handed, with the police commissioner pointing at all the props they had brought with them from Taiwan to stage this entire thing. The whole thing was...
the military outfit was his fucking friend. Shameless.
Fake. There was not a single real thing in all of this. They had fake Cambodians' military uniforms. The person with the flashlight stopping him was his friend dressed in this uniform. They had a bunch of tools and makeup and even fake blood. And as you can see, this was the t-shirt that Goodnight Chicken was wearing when he was quote-unquote running away from the compound with his half-shaven head. Everything was fabricated.
What the fuck, dude? Seriously. This looks so stupid. That's not how a shirt looks when it's like ripped. Like, it just looks so bad. It's like they didn't even try properly.
With his half-shaven head. Everything was fabricated, all in the hopes of getting views. The Khmer Times, a news publication from Cambodia, published this article saying, "Enough is enough, no mercy for foreigners who create fake content to tarnish Cambodia." It was becoming more and more evident that these two influencers weren't just going to get a slap on the wrist. No, this was going to have very serious consequences. This new reality only started to really sink in when they were in handcuffs. This is why they proceeded to bow down an apology, because they realized, wait a second, we're actually screwed. Watch.
省长，晚安小鸡陈仁川及吴祖显在这边向柬埔寨的省长跟你说真正抱歉。非常对不起。គ្រប់អាដាមសបាខេតបានការសុំទោស
They thought that they're gonna get away just by bowing.
Please give me a chance.
This is even funnier because of how ridiculous he looks with his shaved head. Like, this is a disaster. It took 3 days, okay? 3 days to convict them and send them to jail. It was extremely quick. They were sentenced to 2 years in Cambodian jail, which is one of the worst jails you can go to.
Oh.
There were, of course, some concerns over the fact that they might have not gotten full due process, that there was no proper trial, no proper human rights. But I'll be honest with you, this was definitely the minority. The majority, including
I mean, they knew exactly what they were doing. Like, this would be a fair thing to argue if they didn't literally go to the country knowing the reputation of the country. Like, they willingly went there and they willingly did that shit. They put themselves in that situation. This is not a valid argument for this specific situation. That's it. Worst jail in the country. Well, I didn't know that they were that bad, but their fault.
Taiwanese were very happy that they were getting the punishment that they deserve for playing with their audience's emotions and tarnishing the entire image of a country already going through a very bad image problem. But regardless, some people were very concerned about this, that they even reached out to the Prime Minister of Cambodia, offering yet another detail of Goodnight Chicken's life, which of course made him only look worse. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet spoke out about the crime committed by Taiwanese internet celebrity Goodnight Chicken. He said, "Someone called me the day before yesterday to help these two people, telling me that these two young people should be released because they still have a sick mother to take care of in Taiwan, but I denounced this statement on the phone. If their mother..."
They should have not. Like, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. What I was gonna say. If their mother is sick, then they should go take care of their mother at home instead of going to other countries to ruin their reputation and cause trouble. Like, that's not a fucking argument. Why weren't you with your fucking mom then, idiot?
is sick, then they should take good care of their mother at home instead of going to other countries to ruin their reputation and cause trouble. So I say they should be sentenced more severely because they're unfilial sons. This kind of selfish behavior not only hurts Cambodia, but also discourages tourists from visiting Cambodia and causes people to lose their income. Hong Minette also warned any internet celebrities who want to come to Cambodia to make fake videos to gain internet popularity, we will take strict actions just like the two people from Goodnight Chicken. They will serve 2 years in prison and be blacklisted, permanently banned from entering Cambodia. So the Prime Minister himself had something to say about this, and he doubled down on it, telling anyone else who might have the same idea, if you come here and do the same thing, not only will you be permanently banned from visiting, but you will also be going to jail. So again, I just want to show you how the Taiwanese were reacting to this. On the post from the governor of the province involved, where he was asking, hey, anyone have information about this guy? Tell me immediately. The comments are, they're self-explanatory. Please let him go to jail. Or, as a Taiwanese, I am deeply sorry for the issues caused by this Taiwanese individual in Cambodia. I hope that he will face the most serious consequences for his actions. Please believe that the majority of Taiwanese people are well-mannered and differ from him. So this is why, even though the conviction was extremely fast and might have broken some human rights, no one really had any sympathy or even pity for him. The Cambodians were furious that someone was harming their reputation for clout, and the Taiwanese were furious because not only did he play with their emotions, but he single-handedly harmed their reputation.
Yeah, like he's like actually a Taiwanese version of Johnny Somali. Like even the people of his own country got pissed off at him, just like Americans and like other Westerners got pissed off at Johnny Somali because he's not just doing like bad shit that harms the people in that country, but he's also, because he's from a different country, he's harming the reputation of other people from those countries, you know? He's harming the reputation of other Taiwanese people, so yeah, they also want him to get fucked.
Barely a month after Goodnight Chicken was arrested for inciting social unrest for 2 years with his friend, news came out from the Star saying that his time in jail is miserable. Apparently, the only way he can sleep is in an upright position. He can't even lay down. This is because he's in a cell with 150 different inmates, all crammed up together. According to the Cambodian League for the Promotion and Defense of Human Rights, they describe Cambodian prisons as severely overcrowded and
what the fuck is this, human Tetris?
And having abysmal living conditions. People in prison have to routinely make informal payments for basic necessities like food, space to sleep, and family visits. And here's a drawing of how a cell looks like. An actual image would probably get me demonetized. So this drawing right here kind of shows you how there's barely any space. This is what—
There's a baby here. Cambodia has a record of human rights violations. Bro, that makes it even more stupid. Like, that dude chose to do something that stupid, and he also did it like in a country that has really bad human rights reputation. Like, that's so stupid. Informal payments is another way to say bribes. Yeah, 150 inmates in one cell has to be some form of war crime. I think it is a serious human rights violation, but I don't think that they care very much. The funny thing is, Johnny Somali isn't even Somali. He's Ethiopian and possibly part Yemeni. So he's also insulting Somalis. Yeah, I saw that. I watched Rotten Mango's video on the Johnny Somali case, and like the Somalians were actually so pissed off at him because he's not even Somali. So he's like putting his name as like their country, as their nationality, and he's just ruining their reputation, and he's not even from there. Like, I would be so pissed off if I was Somali as well. Like, that is so fucked up. Like, that dude is an actual irredeemable piece of shit.
Why you don't want to end up in a Cambodian prison cell. You ask any Taiwanese person and they'll probably know exactly what you're talking about when you mention Goodnight Chicken. This incident was just that big on a national level. It prompted many conversations about how far influencers will go, with people asking themselves, why do we even bother accommodating such disrespectful people who only do these things for views? And today, the world is asking itself the same question. Why do we continue to accommodate these people? Why did Japan not go the whole way like Cambodia did and jail this idiot for multiple years?
True.
Why did Israel not do the same thing too? Because by the way, Johnny Somali also got arrested there after Japan, and now he's in South Korea.
He went to
Is
Israel.
it purely because of his American passport, or are countries simply not equipped to deal with such things? Who knows? I personally hope he gets jailed for multiple...
No, there's no way that he gets that much past just because he's American, right? Because that would, like, actually be stupid for him to just be able to do all of this bullshit because he's American. That's ridiculous. Please tell me that's not true. Cambodia does have those fake scam centers that those two people faked. Make no mistake, the Cambodians did not care about them, just about their national image. Yeah, true. Would be funny if Johnny Somali went to Cambodia. Oh, he would fucking... God, he should honestly be thanking whatever superior being he believes in for the fact that he's in Korean jail, because it could have been so much worse. Actually, if he went to like any South American country, he would probably be dead by now. If he went to like Cambodia, he would also be really fucked. Like, yeah, he would not get like nice treatment in any other places. He harassed a female Israeli cop and got manhandled in Israel. I don't know, being American is a red flag at this point, true. Imagine being Americans. He was facing 10 years, so he ran away from Israel. 10 years of jail time? Like in Israel? That's crazy. The clip is the source of the image? Oh, okay, I see.
Years. And in the case of Goodnight Chicken, I hope it serves as a reminder to all these influencers that they are not immune to the law just because they have some followers on Instagram. They end up making all foreigners look bad, and I personally don't want to be grouped up in the same group as someone who uses a holy site in Japan to do pull-ups. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I appreciate that so much.
That was such a good video. That was
see you in the next video, whenever that is. And yeah, love you. Mwah.
That was a really good video. Honestly, I really like Mujin's videos. They're so like well made. And also, I really like watching these videos of like foreign cases, because like I would probably never have heard of this happening if it wasn't for Mujin, because as he said, all of his sources were basically in Mandarin, you know. So yeah, really cool video.